Hey, boys and girls, we're getting toward the end of lesson 4 here. We're doing good. Let's keep going. We're in bubble 7. I actually, if I showed you where I came from, we already finished parts A and B, so I just clicked on C. So we're in bubble 7, part C of lesson 4. Okay? And it says, the scene below seems to be incomplete. Be creative and finish the drawing however you want. So let's see what we got. Oh, there's a drawing. Now you can finish this whatever way you want. I'm not going to go through it. I'm just going to say, just be creative, have fun. There's no minimum, there's no maximum. Just have some fun, put some shapes out there, make it interesting, you know, and then make sure to take a screenshot at the end of the lesson, not now, but at the end of the lesson and describe what you did here. Okay, great job. Let's move on. Let's go. This one's easy. Just play around with it, have some fun. Let's move on to bubble 8. Let's finish this. Now here we go with bubble 8, okay? So we're going to debug using the 4 parameters again. Now as a reminder, what are the 4 parameters? Remember we have, for any ellipse or rectangle, and here it is right here, right? Rectangle, x, y, w, h. And for an ellipse, x, y, w, h. That's how it goes, okay? Got to remember that, okay? So it says debug the program to make the cloud wider than it is tall, like in the image. Well, let's see what we got here. So the cloud is definitely kind of funky shape, right? So we need to make it more like this picture up in the upper right-hand corner. Let's look for the comment that says draw the cloud. There it is at the bottom. So the cloud is lines 13 and 14. The size, the width, and the height are controlled here in the 3rd and 4th number. We don't want to mess around with the x and y coordinates yet. Let's see what we get if we just change the size. Remember, we want it to be much wider. So let's just switch these numbers, 200 and then 100, and see what happens. So now it's wider. You can see the width is bigger than the height. That's what it said to do. Make it wider than it is tall, right? Right here. Make it wider than it is tall. So I just did that. Now we have 200 width and 100 height. Let's reset it, run it. That's looking awesome. You'll need to change 2 parameters. We just did it. We did it. It looks exactly like the picture. So there you go. Let's finish. See you in bubble 9. Let's go. Challenges. Okay, you know what? These are pretty cool. Okay, yeah, these look really neat. Let's do the first 3. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add regular polygons, shapes, and lines. Okay, so let's try out the first one. Let's go. Okay, look what it says. We've just been drawing ellipses and rectangles, but now there's a new block, and you can draw all of these different kinds of shapes. Check that out. So it says, do this. Read the code that makes the current image. The current image is this one. And then it says, use the regular polygon block to finish the code so it matches the picture on the right. Okay, so we have to draw a bunch more shapes, right? So basically this is what's happening. Look at this picture. You have a 3-sided figure right there, a triangle, then a 4-sided figure, then a 5-sided figure, then a 6. Then it continues, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sides. Okay, so all we have to do is figure out the coordinates. Now look at the regular polygon. You still have, let's look at the block of code. You still have X and Y, and then you have, look what it says, X and Y, and then sides. How many sides do you want it to have? And then the size. So how long do you want each side to be? So let's add some regular polygon block and see if we can continue. We want to add the 5-sided figure. So let's drag this out. And again, since they're not overlapping, we don't have to worry about their order so much from top to bottom because they're not overlapping each other. They're not covering each other. So it doesn't matter what order they go in. Like, I was showing you the order across the first row, then across the second row, and across the third row. But these are drawn the first column, and then it looks like it started the second column. But that's harder to keep track of how many sides each of these shapes have because the pattern really does go across. So let's do the 5-sided. Okay, so we want the 5-sided polygon, and we have to figure out where it draws the polygon. For example, this triangle, if I put it in the center, that looks like about 50, I think it draws these polygons from the center. So that's what I'm saying. So this one is at like 150.75, which is right there. That's the square, right? Okay, so this block of code right here that we're doing at the end, I want the center to be somewhere like right here. So that looks like maybe, I'm going to try 250.75. I'm just going to try. So right here, 250, and then right here is where I'm working, and then 75. And I want it to have 5 sides. Yes, I do. And I want it to be the same size. So all the rest of the code looks good. Okay. So, and I can even do this in order, right? I can do them so I see the pattern. So now it says 3, 4, 5-sided figure, then 7 and 11. So we can just fill in the missing numbers, can't we? Okay. And I can see the pattern in the coordinates too. So basically, yeah, I start with 50, then I add 100, and then I add another 100. So I'm doing good on that. And then all the y values are the same because they're in a row. They're in a row. So the vertical distance from the top down to where they all are is the same. It's 75. Okay, then I have 3-sided, 4-sided, 5-sided, and they're all the same size. Actually, this number is going to be 50 for every single regular polygon. So let's see what we got now. Let's reset it and run it. Boom, I've got the polygon. Let's do another one. Now what do I need? I need this one at the end. It's a 6-sided figure. So I'm going to put it right there underneath the 5-sided figure. I want, remember, I'm going to add 100 to the x coordinate. So I'm going to put this at 350, and I'm going to keep this at 75. Now I want it to be a 6-sided figure, and I want it to keep it at 50. So let's see what we got now. Boom, done. We are doing great. Now let's go on to the next row, okay? Let's finish this up. So we've got the 7-sided figure. No, we need the 8-sided figure. So let's put that right in here. We want it to be at, remember, we started over the row. We started at 50. Now we want to add 100, so 150. And we want to keep it at the same y value as the 7-sided figure. So that's at 175. So I'm going to keep this at 175. It's 8 sides now, right? And it's 50, okay? 50 big. So let's reset it, run it, boom. Now we want the 9-sided figure. You guys getting the hang of this? Hopefully you are. I'm going to finish it up with you. I know the video is getting long, but it doesn't take too long. So again, we want to add 100 to the x value. So we're going to do 250. We want to keep the y value the same. Oops. We want it to be the 9-sided figure, and we're going to leave it at 50. So that's good. Let's see. Now we want the 10-sided figure. So let's pull that one out. It goes right there. Again, we're going to add 100. So this is 350. This is the same as the one above. This is now the 10-sided. Let me get myself out of the way. Oops. I better zoom out a little bit. This is the 10-sided figure, and oh man, come on. Sorry. It's a 10-sided figure. Let's see, reset it and run it. Okay, you guys, that should be enough. I'm not going to do every single shape, but you guys get the idea. I've shown you the patterns. I've shown you what you need to add or keep the same. And if you need to replay this video, you should be able to finish off that last row. Let's do it. Good job.